Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, all of that good stuff. So Shawn Porter defeats Sebastian Formella by a one-sided, unanimous decision. Funnily enough, this fight was actually an IBF final eliminator. Obviously Errol Spence holds the IBF title, so Shawn Porter is now his mandatory for that belt, so potentially down the line we could see a rematch between Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. Me personally, I wouldn't really have a problem with that, given how good the first fight was. But yeah, Shawn Porter against Sebastian Formella. Essentially, this fight was one-way traffic throughout. First round was relatively competitive, just really because it was a feel-out round. You know, Formella was kind of standing tall, looking to use that jab, keep range, and he did okay in round one. Shawn Porter himself was jabbing quite well as well, you know, looking for openings. Round one was a close round, could have scored it to either guy, but after round one, Shawn Porter really just took over, and basically he had his way with Sebastian Formella. You know, Shawn Porter was stalking really well behind his jab. He was really rocking Formella's head back at times with that jab. He would get on the inside, work the body, you know, step around his opponent, create angles, and he landed some great combinations to body and head on the inside. Also on the outside, Shawn Porter was trying to sharpshoot with his overhand right, you know. This sort of fight, you know, this was like, it was almost like a glorified sparring session. You could tell Shawn Porter was in there and he was trying to do new things. He was trying things out in there, and that's what sort of fight this was, you know. Sebastian Formella, while he was very tough, while he showed a really good chin, he really had nothing to trouble Shawn Porter. Didn't have the power, didn't have a physicality, and he didn't have a skill set. And basically this resulted in a sparring type fight where Shawn Porter really dominated and he could do what he wanted. You know, across the board, a solid performance from Shawn Porter. You know, nothing to write home about, but, you know, not a bad performance by any means. Just an okay, solid performance. He got some good rounds in the bank after, you know, nearly a year out of the ring. So, yeah, all in all, I guess this was a positive day at the office for Shawn Porter. Hopefully now he kind of stays active. Obviously being out of the ring for a year, for obvious reasons, you know, the pandemic, etc. Hopefully he can get one more fight end of this year. That'd be good. And then, you know, 2021, hopefully we see Shawn Porter in there in a big fight. But, yeah, decent performance from Shawn Porter. Pretty solid. Would have liked to have seen a stoppage, to be honest. But, you know, that wasn't really to be. So it was what it was. One thing I will say, Sebastian Formella, he did show a good chin. He showed good heart. You know, he was never really hurt in this fight. I think he was hurt a couple of times, slightly to the body, but he was certainly never hurt to the head, and he took what Shawn Porter had to offer really well. He soaked it up, and he showed some good toughness, so credit to Sebastian Formella, certainly a tough guy, but essentially what we saw was a world-level fighter in Shawn Porter fight a European-level fighter in Sebastian Formella. The golfing class was evident, and yeah, Shawn Porter won this fight easily. Anyway, share your thoughts below. What did you make of Shawn Porter's performance? Peace.